Alright, let's try again to get after the... Are you coming or not?
Welcome back to hashtag Halo Killer, everyone.
Yeah, seriously, mate, we're in a big hurry here.
As you can hear, Dweebs is being captured by the evil terrorist led by Merino, so
Yeah,
we need to find a way to bring him back.
Wait, Patio, I thought Marina was the
Oh,
misunderstood
if I recall
good
correctly, it's
guy.
now. Okay, if I recall correctly, now at this point, I'll actually no. First of all, I need to pass this portal, but later on, there's gonna be a section where I'm driving with just one person with the squad, and like the game spawns an entire enemy tank chasing me, and I'm supposed to take it down with my gun.
Yeah, basically, guys, I've been kidnapped, and this is the only way I can communicate with you.
Of course. Anyway, basically another advantage, another gimmick inserted for the Mano de Promesa terrorist faction is the fact that you can actually scavenger ammunition from the dead bodies of your opponents,
That's
meaning that you have a better ammo refill rather than having to take another ammo from one of your teammates. Go on.
here's what I don't get. They give you all these mechanics, the point where you can play dead, but why didn't they give you a mechanic where you could fake being on the same team as the enemy, seeing as how our character is still wearing his Haze gear?
Actually, no, he doesn't. If you watch the third person point, for example, when he's driving a vehicle, now he has civilian clothes.
Oh,
As you can see, also the HUD also has changed accordingly.
That-
you have a more traditional compass, and and not the filter.
I get that, but they never show him changing his clothes unless that supposedly happened when he
It
was
happened when he
blacked out.
was comatose.
So
yeah.
Marino changed his clothes while he was
To
unconscious.
be fair, Joe, but not Merino in general. It was kind of like a victim in the hospital. They kind of had to change his clothes.
I don't know why it still feels uncomfortable for some reason.
I don't know, Joe. I'm thinking you're seeing just a bit too much for the situation. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's like a victim of war, technically speaking. It's not like the suit had like tubes ingrained with him. The only thing that was present was the implant that filled him with nectar on the back of his neck, and that's the thing that they mentioned they removed. But that's literally it. Aside from that, the suit is just a carapace.
You gotta love how the cover shows the hero decked out in, his Haze armor gear, but he pretty much...
the element is cracked to showcase the fact that he's not sane.
Except that's not really the part of the game now, is it? Covers always lie.
That was kind of what was supposed to happen in the original concepts, but we kind of had to scrap everything.
Thanks, Ubisoft, for nothing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, your point now is actually to open this particular fort, and I got myself a sniper rifle too.
So, Tia, here's an honest question. Why should we, the players, care about anything that's going on right now?
At this point, considering we're kind of halfway through,
Bad.
not just that we've considering halfway through at this point, I was more like, well, might as well see where this is fucking going.
Pretty much at this point.
Like, again, I had literally zero expectations when I actually got this game. When I actually bought this game, it was like you said, I have like $5 at CAX. I was like, yes, I actually heard of it in one of the PlayStation magazine, but that was literally it, and it was a long time ago. So let's see for myself how it turns out. And if I manage to speedrun it, might as well give it a recording shot. And if you have checked my status update on the SSMV, you will know that this took me like 5 hours, and at the end I was so burned out that I couldn't touch my console for like a couple of days.
Wow.
Which would you say is a worse experience, this or Just Cause 4?
This. With Just Cause 4, I had entertainment because the gameplay at its core is still built to blow shit up left and right, so there is some degree of entertainment. This one is not giving fun factor even when you're doing cool stuff, quote unquote.
Basically, Dej, to put it in more simpler terms, Just Cause 4 is essentially the obvious culmination of a series that has gone way past the point of burnout with its third title, and just stretching stuff in, but still having overall at its core the gameplay that you love from Just Cause 2. This game doesn't have any of that. It's not fun. It really burns through your patience here and there. And frankly, yeah, like Tio said, at this point it's just a matter of waiting to see how things go. Although the fact that you can drive up the stairs is, I guess, kind of interesting.
I really don't give a fuck at this point. I'm gonna get my vehicle through the stair and you're gonna like it.
Yes.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
I can
Come on.
do it.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck it. Again, if your vehicle gets destroyed or anything, the game conveniently spawns another one because you're supposed to actually use one to get on the other side. But again, the point is that I need to pass through a minefield now, so be careful where you put your steps.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, the music suggests tension. Well, I just feel boredom.
Actually, I don't think I mentioned the composer. Let me see if I can find him.
You know, at this rate, how much you want to bet that Ubisoft dictated what the composer could do while they were...
There we go. 3 composers. Christian Markusen, Chris Velasco, and Graham Norgate. Christian Markusen is not correct on Wikipedia. I'll check later on DP. Chris Velasco has done, well, quite a lot of things and still doing to this day. He composed for Maximo versus the Army of Zine. He composed for the Battlestar Galactica 2004 series.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second, I need to check if this is... Wait.
What?
Is the composer... Yeah, he's the composer of the God of War Olympus saga. What the fuck
What?
is he doing here?
What? Yeah, what is he doing here?
hell?
Dude, you're so much better than this.
But those games have awesome music. I don't...
It was most likely a quick paycheck. It was
Okay.
probably had some
Potentially.
Like I said, though, how much you want to bet that Ubisoft, you know, with how much they were dictating how things go in this game, also dictated how the composition was supposed to go as well.
Also, interestingly enough,
Do you guys have a time?
go to 8. Also, he composed for stuff like Mortal Kombat 9 and Soul Calibur 5.
He
Good
is-
to know.
Okay,
Something
one.
that has memorable music?
Yes, I'd say.
Alright.
Also, leave 801, right?
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna take a bit. In the meantime, Graham Norgate has composed... Oh! Wow, he was one of the composers of the original Killer Instinct, the 1984
Oh,
one.
man, dude, what are you doing
He
here,
also
too?
composed for GoldenEye 007, Diddy Called Racing, Jet Force Gemini, Perfect Dark, the Time Splitters game, so this guy was kind of a veteran.
Yeah,
so,
he
all right,
sounds like...
Leaves, and go.
Sounds like he was a regular not only with Rare, but the guys who went on
He's
to
still
form...
composing to this day, but not really technically. The last thing we did was a thing called Carnival Blast in 2019, and again, it's kind of a mobile title. But the last major game he recorded for was Homefront: The Revolution in 2016. Anyway, yes, Jova, this was the section where he was supposed to take out the tank, and instead he decided to just lope into the water.
I love how you
I don't know.
I love how your character is able to just punch it and it immediately rights itself. Like, dang, he must be now putting on some steroids or something.
And keep in mind, this is outside of him taking the nectar.
Jesus.
There we go. Christian Marcus instead MDP tells me that he composed for Time Splitters Tutor Perfect, this game, and Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. Not much, actually. But what apparently was between the music department of Second Sight. So again, this is just a bit of a jumbled mess with 1 or 2 major famous composers. Jeez.
This game sounds like the kind of project that is trying to leech off and kill as many careers as it can.
And well, to be fair, he didn't for the composers, but I can tell you that the music in this game is so unmemorable, to be honest.
Like, gosh, dang. And okay, for at least 2 of them, we know that they are much better than this, so I wouldn't be surprised if this has to do with Ubisoft calling the shots once again.
To be fair, considering what we were doing around the time, I was expecting Ion Zur to be one composer for this, but no, they actually didn't.
Maybe he was
ask him to
busy
do
on
it.
another Ubisoft project.
Prince
at
of
the time.
Persia 2008.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Oh.
To be fair, I actually really like the score of that one, so there's that.
True, yeah, but it's one of those
Also, the
cases.
game in general.
True, but it
yeah.
was talking strictly about composing.
Whereas this game just sucks on all
Okay,
fronts.
the G-coding bit that you're seeing is the fact that around the time I recorded this, the controller, the PS3 controller that I had at that time was kind of still shitty, so it was giving me actual trouble. So bear with it for some beats when it will happen. Okay. Okay, now you're about to get some other major revelations about the fact that war is bad, so be prepared, I guess.
Oh boy, I can't
With a
wait
pinch of meta commentary, but also.
Totally, this will be a new message that will shock and... Oh, okay, honestly, even...
Oh, here we go. Hold on,
Is
hold on.
it?
You don't remember this guy is the one that was in your unit at the beginning of the game and like tapped on your shoulders, telling that he was fixing your nectar, distributor.
How nice or how
Hold on.
tragic.
I need you to see something.
Okay.
You remember when I helped you with your gear in the elevator?
Yeah.
What about it? I turned your nectar gauge down a notch or two.
So yeah, this guy is responsible for us managing to get where we are now. But
Get ready for a big dose.
haha. It's a bunch of dead bodies.
Oh,
Hold on,
No.
he's about to explain.
Who are these people? Who? This is Sergeant Nick Cote. This is Lance Corporal Tom Rabton. And in one of those crates back there is my first drill instructor.
What?
These are all mantle
guys,
Yeah.
I think we might be the bad guys.
Not just that, Mantel apparently disposed of its own soldier at some point.
But this...
This is all your
Oh, here we go.
fault.
War we've been fighting. There is no guerrilla uprising here. No ethnic cleansing. Listen. Did you ever see the mantle soldiers dressed in black?
We actually seen a couple of them on the
Those are
helicarrier.
Special forces. They only call them in on black ops. The real top secret stuff. I kept an ear on the radio down here, monitoring. You know all the special forces have been spending their days? Burning plants.
This guy sounds so apathetic.
Something rare they use.
That's because he's almost dead, so he's giving us all the exposition when we can.
Money. Fucking profit margins.
Oh, meta.
They're burning plants so no one else can synthesize nectar.
Is that someone in the
Us
script
grunts are
writing
down here
department
taking over the
rebelling?
country, so Mantle Incorporated
Basically,
corner
nectar is
the
an
pharmaceutical
allegory for
market.
oil,
No
essentially.
wonder the rebels been fighting
Yeah.
us tooth and nail. We have no
So,
right to be here.
let me
Life-giving water.
So let me
Nectar of the
recap
gods.
here. Basically, the people waging war on these people are just a private company who want nectar for themselves, despite the fact that
And he's
they...
killing a lot of people in the process for no reason, other than to be cartoonishly evil.
Like, never mind the fact that they're wasting nectar by giving it to their soldiers
And
constantly.
human resources.
Here's an idea, just hire soldiers who are willing to do it for war here and there.
Why hasn't it killed the rest of us?
Maybe it will.
How can we stop the drug?
And yeah, that's the thing, nectar also kills you, so unless this company is looking to sell it or something, I don't really see the point of nectar in the grand
It's
economy.
profit, man.
It's a profit that doesn't even make sense. Like, at least with Resident Evil, it makes sense. The T-Virus would be something amazing for countries who want to use it for war purposes. So, of course, Umbrella could make a lot of money
So,
off
there's
of it.
your next objective. Get to the observatory of the place. Oh, shit. And he's
Oh
dead.
no, he's dead. He says a lot for a guy who's dying, but okay.
Also, that low
That's
poly
a
and
common
that's...
thing in media. When someone's dying, they're still able to talk a lot.
Oh.
Wow. That death pose looks incredibly
Let me
ridiculous.
quote the Deus Ex for this. What a shame. He was a good man. What a rotten way to die.
What is this music?
One of the instances of Alexander in Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. Might as well. He gives a lot of steampunk mecha situations, so why not?
I thought you said Alex Hunter for a second there.
What?
I thought you said Alex Hunter from FIFA.
No.
What's he doing there?
Basically, what you're supposed to do at that point is to get out of the ship, but we make sure that your journey up through it is excruciating as possible, and there's not much going on in terms of talking, so might as well actually speed up.
You know something drags when I can feel it dragging even when we're fast-forwarded.
Yeah, it is. And again, the new Black Ops soldiers introduced, they're just basically elite mooks that are a bit more resistance towards your nectar weapon. That's it.
How nice.
Exciting.
Yeah, this would have been a lot funnier if you played the Benny Hill music.
Nah, too obvious. Again, the fact that just the simple escape from this fucking ship takes forever.
I can just see you losing your sanity doing this.
It's like that moment where Kadikarus was playing Spyro Orange, and he was speeding up the editing. Was like at this point, no, this is still taking too long. Let's just end it here. No, but to be fair, I still, again, even if we speed it up, I still believe I should still show what I can do. The only instances where I cut off is potential pointless deaths.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for the sake of not dragging too much.
Oh, I totally
There
agree.
we go.
You know, show it off and all that, but yeah.
All right.
Christ, this could have been an entire part.
Potentially. Again, I really didn't want to have this game drag for already more than it did. It does.
So.
All right, but it's not over because we basically need to get to an extraction point now, which means that we will need to get basically to raid an hotel that is present here and get to the top of it to get to the chopper, obviously. Gone.
My extraction.
You were saying something, Deja?
That's that reference?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't get that reference, do you?
Which one specific, Jova?
Hunk.
Oh, well, sure. Well, Jova, I'm more used to the fact that Hunk doesn't speak much.
Really? He speaks quite a bit, actually. It's just, you know, people don't remember that he speaks as much. He speaks definitely a lot more in the remake.
Yeah, that's why, Jova. I'm more used to the silent persona.
Hunk is the Boba Fett of Resident Evil.
Yeah, and that's why I prefer when he doesn't speak a lot.
So what? So what you're saying, did you take? He spends decades not doing much of anything, yet his popularity still lingers enough to the point that he gets to reappear in a TV show?
Where he gets to actually do something, because, you know, Mandalorian Season 2 is flipping awesome.
There were also the expanded Resident Evil comic books, but that got taken down.
And gotta be honest, also, I have no idea which said material when it comes to Resident Evil, you know, stuff like the comics is actually canon. The CGI movies are technically canon. Capcom has stated that multiple times. The live action movies are their separate continuity. Thank God.
Thank the Lord.
You think they're going to try and connect Monster Hunter with that?
Nah, probably not.
I would not be surprised if they did.
Having two franchises where Mila Jovovich basically plays the same character, but with different names.
Tio, are you implying that Paul W. Sanderson wouldn't have a wet dream of that?
Finally, two people that look exactly like my wife.
No,
Tio, think about it. The final Resident Evil movie literally has 3 versions of his wife in the end. Hell,
it's a long story.
I'll just say this, Dead clones. That's all you need to know.
God, do we have to watch these movies now and make podcasts about it?
We already, me, Jova, and Shiro have already watched, and also please watch already the first 2, so there's that.
I couldn't do the second one because what was one I couldn't do?
No, the first one, because the second one was for Halloween, if I recall correctly.
I did the first one, I didn't do
The point is that Lewis was not there for. Well, Lewis, you haven't missed much. The fact that Mila Jovovich is a fucking self-insert with you.
Oh, but
and that's it.
That's the thing, though. The second one is arguably the best of the sequels. Because, you know, Nemesis at least looks like Nemesis and he says stars. He has a rocket launcher.
It has a romantic subplot.
So basically, Jova, the entire. Oh my god, that low text. Polly. So basically, Jova, the entire appeal of the second Resident Evil movie can be summarized by Red Letter Media by saying, "I know what that is."
Pretty much, like, and you know what? And even Nemesis falls proxy to Alex Wonder Girl here and there, because. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alice is such a Mary Sue. She's able to pretty much take down everything, and even when she makes blatantly dumb decisions, she comes out A-OK fine with it. Case in point, why did you blow up the motorcycle? It could have been perfectly fine for you, you dumb woman.
I just remember the scene where Jill Valentine tries to kill the dog, but she doesn't manage because like the Zippo that she throws gets extinguished. But then here comes Mila Jovovich's character throwing her own and basically kill stealing.
So here's my only knowledge about these movies is Michelle Rodriguez was in the first one. She dies, and then they bring her back, and now she's evil for some reason.
Yeah, that's. Okay,
because,
once again, Dej, I will sum it up for you. Goddamn clones. Seriously, I think
that's not the real one.
Well, it kind of is, but
complicated.
kind of isn't as well.
Really, Dej, what you really need to take out of Resident Evil movies is live-action movies is simply the fact that they're weird fan fiction with the self-insert, and occasionally they will actually have a live-action mimic of an actual cutscene that was in one of the games. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Resident Evil, I'm counting the games. Their stories are kind of dumb.
Well, I mean,
that's part of the charm, because even by taking inspiration from classic, Romero and Fulci type of zombies, but in a more Michael Bay-esque, way. I'm actually okay with that.
John Woo, actually.
Yes, good.
This track sounds like something you'd hear in like the Final Fantasy VIII remake or something.
I already told you, Dweebs, it's from Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward.
Yeah, I know, it just sounds like something. I can imagine this being like a VIII remake or something a bit about.
This is because something that you don't know. Alexander in 14 is basically this gigantic construct that you need to traverse from the inside.
Hey, Merino.
Merino.
Thank you, Sean.
He's not Sean Connery. Just call him Shakari. Might as well.
Wait, I thought he was knocked out. He's looking pretty well.
No, he's not knocked out. After that, he got up.
That's the thing, that's despite, being on a plane
and now
crash.
We have a turret section where we need to take down one of the flying vehicles using basically a chain gun.
I will say this though, Dej has a point.
No.
Dej has a point though, Tio. Mario not only was one of the only few people, well actually no, he was literally the only person not armored when that plane crashed, yet he arguably had better consciousness than our own playable character who did have armor on, and he survived getting shot. I mean, sure, yeah, that one mate missed him.
Okay, can you slow down the shooting because it's actually causing the ground to shake?
Yeah, here's also the thing that if you have your vibration turned on your controller, for example, it will be basically Pedro's nightmare, because if the vibration is turning on, your controller basically goes, you're having a fucking seizure.
So basically, Joe, what you're saying, well, you're not saying it, but I kind of get the feeling that that's the bit that inspired that scene in Gemini Man, where Will Smith gets hit by something harder than the sidekick character, yet he's less hurt than she is.
Or also,
it's called Plot.
Yeah.
That explains.
Was that movie good?
No. I actually watched it on my own and it's very boring.
Let me put it like this. It's fun to make fun of, especially if you have friends, but it is not a good movie. Which is a shame because it actually does have some pretty good effects.
Oh my god, the bloom! I can't see shit!
Jesus Christ!
And you have all
I can see
mechanics.
You do.
Did they use the same engine from Deadly Premonition 1?
Oh!
That game looks far better than this. I'm sorry.
Damn, that's...
But at least this one looks functional.
That village! I live there.
What are you talking about, Merino?
You're drugged there. There was a sergeant like you. They had already defeated us. But he picked up
Oh yeah, it's time for a war story.
He beat her bottom lip clean off.
Gee, I wonder if this may be foreshadowing for what the characters will do
Jesus
later.
Christ.
She landed to the side of the flame, so they only burned one side of her. Her arms shriveled up, like overcooked meat. The
Game,
child survived,
just give up.
but
This
she will not
writing
know
is so horrible.
Just give up, game.
no one
At this point, you'd have more dignity if you gave up.
Jova, I normally don't request this, but can you try singing Frieza's song about just giving up?
If I could shoot, of all the songs from DBZA, I have not memorized the lyrics of that one yet.
Damn it.
Shoot, yeah, this really would come in handy.
take us back to the village.
So yeah, they talked about, Merino decided to, in the middle of this fucking action sequence, told us about this very sad and gruesome war story for no reason. We already know the enemy faction is full of dickheads.
Was he bored?
Don't you see
This is from some Frank Miller-esque type of writing, where for no reason the story gets interrupted to tell you that this thing is bad, and you really should feel bad. Also with gratuitous violence.
And it just keeps going.
Yeah, because now essentially now you have to defend the village, that this particular village that the terrorists of Mano de Promesa are in.
You know, it gets to the point that this game literally feels like homework. I could not care less about either side of this, but I'm dragged into doing it anyway, so might as
Pretty
well
much.
see if
You know,
it
at this
works.
point, honestly, I am at this point. I was like, can't I just, kill both of them? Just a passing thought. Because Singularity basically spoiled me on this. Because if you don't know, Singularity is a first-person shooter that has you basically struggling between two factions, and in the end you're confronted with a choice: kill either one leader of one faction, or kill the other. Or you can kill both and basically just say fuck both of you, and it's kind of my favorite ending. So.
But yeah, seriously though, I think the problem with this game's narrative is this: it relies on you caring enough for the rebels, the natives, whatever they're calling themselves, the people we're fighting
We're
alongside
in
now.
generic South American country, Jova. Take your pick.
It relies on you caring for them enough, but again, for all we know, maybe this guy's lying. Maybe he's manipulating us. Maybe both sides
And
are
if you're
just as
thinking, no, he's trying to give a genuine thought, the ending cutscene is there to give you like an evil shrug in telling, or is it? So you'll be able to see in a couple of parts from now.
Which means that us changing sides may have been even more pointless if these guys were just as bad, if not worse.
The good news about this is that only a few enemies can actually damage the helicopter at this point, so it's mostly, ripe for the taking when it comes to the enemies.
Like I said, it may make you wonder why this wasn't just a cutscene.
It's just the fact that the fucking chain gun makes your controller having a seizure.
Like, Jesus. Okay. I have definitely had a lot of experiences where vibration is abundant, but that abundant? That sounds...
Jova, this is the only game to date on any system that I played where I actually did not like the vibration setting.
Wow.
And I'm normally actually pretty fond of that, but this was fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, me too. I love vibration very well done here and there, but this just sounds sloppy.
You walked yourself right into that one.
Mine's out of the gutters, please.
Too late.
Speaking of being in the gutter...
Yeah, but it's not a sewer level.
This whole game left in the gutter.
Again, I will give one minor credit for whatever it's worth. There's not a sewer level in this game, but what it's worth at this point,
I guess kudos for small favors.
You know what that's like? You know what that... You know what that's
He
like?
killed a lot of people, but at least he's not Hitler.
Also, you may have noticed before, one of the deadly weapons that you can get now with your terrorist faction is throwing knives. And yes, they're just as effective as you can imagine. I really have no idea why so many mechanics were forcefully implemented in this fucking game.
Throwing knives in a shooting game where predominantly guns are used.
It's literally bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah. Again, I would love to see the plans that the inexperienced, and again, I repeat, they were inexperienced Ubisoft producers drew up for this game because.
And keep in mind, remember, both the dev team and the Ubisoft wanted to basically launch a new franchise for it. Can you imagine receiving yearly sequels of this shit?
Look, can I be honest with you?
What?
Go ahead.
The Conduit looks a lot more interesting than this.
Well, you already told me, told us in one of the previous parts that the premise of those games alone is more interesting than whatever the fuck this is.
Although from what you also told us,
John St. John to voice the main character in the second game.
That's awesome.
Of course.
Although from what you told us, the ending of that second game is problematic, apparently.
Not problematic, hilarious.
Oh, hilariously bad, you seem to hint at.
People know about it.
Huh. Well, okay, from what I can gather, the first Conduit game was a rousing success, but the second one, not so much.
John doing
because they made too many promises.
Sorry, Dweeza, what's that?
What's John St. John doing nowadays?
I don't know. No one has no Gearbox and 2K are literally sitting on a Duke Nukem license doing nothing. So there's that.
He can officially get people married. He's
a priest.
He's a priest now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would kind of love my preacher to be basically Duke Nukem, so why not?
Yeah, so if you want to get married,
Would you like to get married?
All right, see you for the next part where we define the village and then try to reach the observatory. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.